Welcome, friends and seekers. This is Lizzie B with Gwella Being. I am meeting you out in the woods today because Mother Nature was doing her absolute thing, and I thought it would be a tragic waste not to film out here. But contrary to my surroundings, today's practice is a 25-minute practice centered around sweet, warm movement to wake up and engage your spine. Probably at the start of your day. I don't know if you're anything like me. You wake up with some tension and some stagnance in the spine especially. And this sweet little practice is just to take gentle, juicy movement that's going to bring life and energy into your spine and send you forward into whatever's next in your day. So find yourself something fluid and movable to wear. Meet me on your mat, on your carpet, on your bed, on a bolster, on a pillow, and we'll get started. We're going to begin our practice today in a comfortable seat, maybe legs crossed, maybe legs out in front of you, maybe on a bolster or a cushion. Just making sure that you are grounded through your tailbone, your seat's bones, checking in that your spine is straight, that you are tethered through your crown to your core. Receive a breath. Exhale. Before we begin to take movement today, take a brief moment to consider your spine. Acknowledging that most of our body's movement, arguably all of our body's movement, it begins in the brain, as a message or a thought. But from there, our spine is responsible for all the movement we take in our body. So considering that concept and placing some respect on that, placing some acknowledgement of the importance of our spine and its health. It is one spine, but it is made up of so many things. Even between each vertebrae, the Radiant Sutras refers to the space between each vertebrae being galaxies. So just considering the vastness of what goes on in our spine. Receive a breath. Bring your attention to your crown. Notice if it's leaning a little forward or backward or sideways at the top of your spine, and see if you can make small, subtle adjustments, bringing it to center. Crown over throat, throat over heart, heart over solar plexus over sacrum. Receive a breath, and as you inhale, raise your hands up and overhead, reaching high towards the sky, towards the ceiling, towards the celestial bodies, towards the sun. And as you exhale, bring your right hand to your left knee and your left hand down behind you. planting your hand, taking a deep, juicy twist in your spine. Maybe peeking over your left shoulder, gazing softly. Receive a breath. Lift those hands back up and overhead, reaching, creating space between each of those vertebrae, space the size of its own galaxy. Exhale, bring the left hand to the right knee, right hand down behind you, taking a deep spiral staircase twist. Gaze past your right shoulder if it's comfortable. Receive a breath. Exhale, see if you can deepen that twist just a little bit. Inhale, reaching up and overhead. Reach. Exhale, bring your hands down next to you. We're going to begin dropping our left ear to our left shoulder. Oh yes, you're going to feel that in your right trap. Receive a breath and see if you can drop your shoulder away from your ear on your exhale. Your ear is moving towards your shoulder, not the opposite, not your shoulder towards your ear. Now, receive a breath, and on your exhale, maybe turn your nose and your gaze down towards your left shoulder. Breathing here, receiving this amazing stretch. On your next inhale, take your gaze back forward and slowly pull the left ear away from the left shoulder. We're going to take that again on the right side. Receive a breath here. Exhale, bringing the right ear down to the right shoulder. Receive a breath. Exhale, drop that right shoulder away from that ear. Remembering, we're moving the ear to the shoulder, not the shoulder to the ear. When you're ready, direct your nose and your gaze towards your right shoulder. Breathing here, giving space to that left trap and bringing mobility to the space where your spine meets your skull. Receive a breath. Release. Slowly bring your gaze forward and carefully peel your ear away from your shoulder, bringing your face and your head back to center over your neck. Option here, and only do this if you're comfortable with it, but on your next exhale to drop your nose and your chin towards your chest. If you're here with your chin towards your chest, option to take your left ear towards your left shoulder. Slowly, carefully bring it back to center and take the right ear to the right shoulder. Slowly bringing it back to center. can continue to take these movements. They're so subtle and so gentle, but so meaningful. Take these movements with your own breath. I so apologize for my hair in my face. I brought a hair tie to the woods, and they say use it or lose it. I wasn't using it, so I lost it. So bear with me while I have hair and face practice. Return to stillness at the center and carefully begin to lift your gaze up, but only 25% of the way. And then bring your neck back down. This time, lift your gaze 50% of the way. Exhale, bringing it back down. Inhale, lift your gaze 3/4 of the way. Exhale, bring it back down. Inhale, lift your gaze entirely forward. Exhale, settle here in Sukhasana. Take a moment to check in with the top part of your spine. Your neck, your shoulders should be already feeling quite a bit differently than they did at the beginning of this practice. And as you're ready, we can ditch that cushion or pillow if you have one. Bring your body forward, meeting in a tabletop. Those of you who are on mats are going to be having an easier time than I am here with this root system, but you won't be enjoying these natural views like I am. So anyway, we're going to move into some of the movements of the spine. These are standard at the beginning of many, many yoga practices. So in a tabletop, stacking your shoulders over your hands, your hips over your knees, and just inhaling, lifting your tailbone, your sacrum towards the sky, as well as your gaze. Filling your belly. Do not allow yourself to be self-conscious here. This is not the time. You are releasing that navel towards the ground as much as you possibly can while filling with air. Exhale and reverse this posture, bringing your gaze down towards the ground, your sacrum down towards the ground, and your spine and your navel towards the sky. Exhale. Push all that air out. Inhale, reversing that stretch. Filling all the way up, releasing that navel towards the ground. Exhale, empty it out. Continue with your breath in a few cat-cow postures. We'll meet in stillness in a neutral spine tabletop. Take a moment to flex your feet, placing the balls of your feet into your mat so that you're in a flexed foot, almost like you're about to take downward facing dog, but we are not coming out of this tabletop. We're just going to experiment with cat-cow here with our balls of our feet anchored into our mat, our carpet, wherever we are. So inhaling, lifting the gaze, lifting the tailbone, exhaling, rounding out. Notice if having your feet flexed is changing the sensations anywhere in your spine. Exhale, round out, empty out. Inhale, fill all the way up. Rejoice when you receive that breath with your gaze towards the sky. Exhale, release and offer it back to the earth. And landing in a neutral spine once again. Go ahead and untuck the toes. Inhale, And extend the right leg backward, tucking the toes of just the right foot, pressing through the ankle, pressing through the heel of your foot, pushing away, maintaining that neutral spine. Maybe your gaze is down towards your carpet or your mat so that your spine is perfectly long, perfectly parallel to the floor. And that leg is just an extension. So we're going to go ahead and lift that right leg up, heel up, and imagine it's just an extension of that perfectly neutral, parallel spine. When you exhale, bring your right foot crossed over your left. And then we're going to inhale here. Ball of the right foot is planted on the outside of the left leg. And as you exhale, twist your body into a C shape, gazing back over your left shoulder towards your right foot. Filling up with air here. Feel that air filling the right side body. It's beautiful. Inhale, lift the right foot back off the ground. Exhale, opportunity to take a little baby half moon here by planting most of your weight on your left leg and your left hand. And again, imagining that right leg is just an extension of such a beautiful neutral spine. You can flex that right foot. Spread those fingers towards the sky. Maybe take your gaze towards the sky. Inhale. Exhale. Bring it all down, returning to your tabletop. We're going to take those exact same movements with the left leg. However, take a quick moment here, one at a time, to flip your wrists under and counter stretch your wrists. We've been here on them for quite some time. So give one wrist at a time a little moment of relief. Yes, we are focused on the spine today, but our wrists still exist. All right, on your next inhale, take that left foot back, pressing the heel backward. Inhale, filling from the crown all the way back towards the left heel. Almost breathing into it as you press into it. I really miss my hair tie. Inhale, lifting that left foot back up. Imagining it is an extension of your spine. So where I was here, we don't want to be there yet. We're not ready for that yet. It's too early, too soon. Staying here, neutral spine. Leg is an extension of your spine, which is parallel with the ground. Exhale, cross that right foot over the left. Take that stretch a little deeper. It's a beautiful, beautiful posture too. Like, your body is amazing. Look at all of these shapes it can take. Receive a breath, and on the exhale, gaze over your right shoulder at your right foot, creating that C shape in your spine once again. Filling the left side body as you inhale. Emptying out completely. Couple more breaths here, friends. And inhale, lifting that foot back off of the ground. Leg is straight. Options here to come back and chill out in tabletop, or to pass through a quick baby half moon just to play, just to have a little fun. Gazing up past the fingertips. Exhale, planting the hand and planting the foot. Bringing the toes together and the knees wide, we are going to land in a child's pose. So bring your third eye to your carpet or your mat. Bring your hands out long in front of you, knees wide, toes together, a diamond shape for your legs. Reaching through your fingertips. Receive a breath. Release. Empty the whole way out. With care, slowly begin to spider crawl your fingertips of your right hand over towards your left. Stacking your right hand over your left, taking that same C-shaped curve in your body, but this time stretching our spine downward towards the earth. Bring that back to center, both hands reaching out long in front of your crown. And carefully begin to walk the left fingertips over towards the right hand. Stack the left hand over the right, taking that C shape in the spine again. Receive a breath. Exhale. Carefully bringing those hands back to center. Here is an opportunity to play a little bit, and your shoulders and your spine are going to thank you for this one. So we're going to interlace our fingertips into somewhat of a prayer and bring our hands to the back of our necks, taking a gorgeous, gorgeous stretch. But the playroom here is if you have blocks or a bolster or a pillow nearby, I would love to see your elbows elevated onto that pillow, onto those blocks, onto your bolsters. Elbows lifted, fingers interlaced behind your occipital, really, really giving plenty of space to your shoulders. Enjoy this for a few breaths. Receive a breath and release. As you release, let go of the bind in your fingers. Bring your knees together. Continue using that block, that bolster, that pillow, but now placing your third eye on that pillow, that block or bolster. And bring your hands back behind you, palms facing the sky, backs of your hands on the earth. Countering that stretch we just took and restoring and surrendering here in Rabbit. Careful not to dump your weight into your shoulders or your neck here. Just enjoy what gravity can do for you. One hand at a time, place your palm into the earth next to your ears. And slowly, carefully, one vertebrae at a time, begin to roll up your spine. Here, in a kneeling position, receive a breath. Release. Imagining your vertebrae again, your spine and each vertebrae in it, and all of the solar systems that exist between them. Your body is magnificent. And for you, it will do incredible things. Meet your body in gratitude as your body meets you in gratitude for taking such good care to wake up and bring movement to such a vital part of your human experience. Turn your palms to face the sky, resting on your knees. Inhale, raise your palms up and overhead. Let them touch in prayer. Bring those down to your heart space. Give it a little pat. Thank you, body. And your body says, thank you, mind. Thank you, self. Bring your hands back to prayer. Let the knuckles meet the space between the brows and your third eye. Thank you for sharing your practice with me this morning. May you be well, may you be joyful, and may your spine enter the day with ease. Namaste. Iechyd.